Hi everyone. So you want to drive to Europe, but you're looking for a route that avoids Ukraine. That's exactly what this video is about. I'll be sharing my experience driving to Europe, detailing the alternative routes I took, the challenges I faced, and the stunning scenery I encountered along the way. We'll cover everything from visa requirements to border crossings, and I'll give you some practical tips to make your own journey smoother. Let's get started. Okay, everyone, let's plan this epic road trip to Europe, cleverly avoiding Ukraine. First, we are going to develop a route and calculate the time it'll take. I've been using several different route planners, and I'll show you my favorite, comparing it to others. We'll look at different options, considering things like toll roads, scenic routes, and of course, the overall travel time. We are aiming for the most efficient and enjoyable journey. Now, let's zoom in on Minsk. I'll show you the streets on the map, highlighting key areas for navigation. We'll explore the city's layout, focusing on major roads and potential traffic hotspots. Knowing your way around Minsk is crucial for a smooth start to our European adventure. Next up, some sightseeing. I've compiled a list of interesting places and attractions in Minsk, complete with their addresses. We'll cover everything from historical landmarks to hidden gems, ensuring you don't miss out on anything. I'll even include some off-the-beaten-path suggestions for the truly adventurous traveler. For those planning on using Minsk's public transport, I've got you covered. I'll be going through a detailed list of all the metro stations in Minsk, showing their locations on the map and explaining how to navigate the system. This will be invaluable if you plan on exploring the city using the metro. We'll also be looking at all the districts of Minsk on the map, giving you a comprehensive overview of the city's layout. Understanding the different districts will help you plan your time efficiently and make the most of your stay. Now, a little something I call Kaktobratsiado, my own method for optimizing any path. It's a combination of techniques I've developed over years of road tripping. I'll break it down step by step so you can apply it to your own journeys. Let's talk about Yandex Transport. This is the app I've been using for this trip, and I'm going to show you its main features. We'll explore its functionality, from route planning to real-time traffic updates. I'll demonstrate how to use it effectively to navigate the roads and avoid delays. Why Yandex Transport? I'll explain the advantages of using this particular service compared to others. We'll discuss features like its accuracy, ease of use, and the information it provides. I'll also touch upon any limitations it might have. Now for a quick review of Yandex Transport. I'll give you my honest opinion based on my experience using it to plan this trip. I'll cover both the pros and cons so you can decide if it's the right tool for you. Before we hit the road, let's discuss what you need for your car. This includes essential items like a well-stocked first aid kit, emergency tools, and any necessary documentation. I'll go through a comprehensive checklist to ensure you're prepared for any eventuality. We'll delve deeper into the functionality of Yandex Transport, exploring its advanced features and how to get the most out of them. This includes things like setting preferences, customizing your route, and utilizing its various tools. Finally, let's explore different methods of calculating distances between cities. We'll start with determining distances by map, showing you how to accurately measure distances using various map tools. We'll also look at other methods, comparing their accuracy and efficiency. Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we are tackling a big one, planning a road trip to Europe, specifically avoiding Ukraine. Let's dive right into figuring out those distances. First, we'll look at determining distances using a reference table. Now, I know what you're thinking, a reference table. Sounds a bit old school, right? But hear me out. A well-made reference table, with cities clearly listed and distances meticulously measured, can be incredibly useful for getting a general idea of the journey ahead. We'll be looking at a few different examples, showing you how to interpret them and how to use them to get a rough estimate of your total mileage. We'll even cover some potential pitfalls like outdated information or tables that don't include all the smaller towns you might be passing through. Remember, accuracy is key here, so we'll discuss how to account for potential inaccuracies and how to cross-reference your information. Next, we'll move on to using specialized programs for distance calculation. These programs are fantastic because they offer a much higher level of accuracy than a simple reference table. We'll be focusing on a couple of popular options, showing you their features and how to input your starting point and destination. We'll also cover how to adjust for different routes, account for potential road closures, and even factor in things like tolls and estimated driving times. I'll show you exactly how to use these programs, step by step, so you can follow along easily. We'll even look at some of the more advanced features, like importing and exporting data, and customizing your maps. Now, let's talk about the paperwork. This is crucial, and we'll cover the essential documents you'll need. We'll examine samples of visa certificates, showing you what to look for and how to ensure they are valid. We'll then move on to the importance of a reference from your place of work. This proves your employment and your intention to return home. Similarly, we'll discuss bank references, demonstrating how to obtain one and what information it should contain. Finally, we'll cover letters of sponsorship, explaining what they are, who might need them, and how to write a compelling and effective one. We'll go through each document in detail, highlighting the key information and providing tips for a smooth application process. Let's move on to the important conditions for your trip. This isn't just about visas and paperwork, it's about ensuring a safe and enjoyable journey. We'll discuss things like car insurance, international driving permits, and necessary vaccinations. We'll also cover emergency contact information and what to do in case of unforeseen circumstances. We'll cover the importance of planning for potential delays and having backup plans in place. Safety first, people. Now, let's craft your itinerary. This is where the fun begins. We'll discuss how to plan a realistic itinerary that balances sightseeing with driving time. We'll talk about choosing your destinations, considering factors like distance, points of interest, and your personal preferences. We'll discuss the importance of building and buffer time for unexpected delays or spontaneous adventures. I'll show you how to create a visually appealing and easy-to-follow itinerary that you can refer to throughout your trip. So, you've got your itinerary, your documents are in order, and you're ready to go. How do you start using all this information? We'll cover how to integrate all the information we've discussed, from your distances and route planning to your itinerary and essential documents, into a cohesive and manageable plan. We'll discuss the importance of organization and how to create a system that works for you. Before we get to the route planning, let's talk system requirements. This section will cover the minimum specifications needed to run the navigation software we'll be using. We'll discuss the importance of having a reliable device and a strong internet connection for downloading maps and updates. We'll also discuss battery life and how to ensure your device remains powered throughout your journey. Now, let's get into the step-by-step instructions for planning your route. We'll cover everything from inputting your starting point and destination to selecting your preferred route options. We'll discuss how to customize your route to avoid tolls, highways, or specific areas. We'll also cover how to save your route and share it with others. This will be a detailed walkthrough, ensuring you can confidently plan your route. Before you hit the road, let's talk about preparing your car. This is crucial for a long journey. We'll cover essential pre-trip checks, including tire pressure, oil levels, and fluid top-ups. We'll also discuss packing essentials like a first aid kit, emergency supplies, and tools. We'll cover the importance of having your car serviced before embarking on such a long trip. Finally, let's create a route in Navitel. I'll walk you through a step-by-step guide on how to use Navitel to plan your route, avoiding Ukraine. We'll cover importing your points of interest, customizing your route preferences, and ensuring you have offline maps downloaded for areas with limited or no internet access. We'll also cover how to use Navitel's features to find gas stations, restaurants, and accommodation along your route.